a problem here. And it's more than just Alvin streaming Punisher. When life begins to suck, who's reporting it? Luckily, you got two friends who you won't forget. Coming live, Alvin and Fran on survival. Laughing non-stop, case drops on a cycle. Louder than intrusive thoughts off an iPhone. How they make the world seem bright with the lights off? AFs, it might as well stay up. Lies being told like that dinosaur BS. Magnifying glass to the ground if they don't see us. Having the time, roasting your favorite pizza. Bougie ain't an option, it's the wage. Take it to the grave, add moving to the place. You already know when they take the case. Laugh the pain away, it's affirmative murder.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Affirmative Murder, the equal opportunity true crime comedy podcast. I'm Alvin Williams, joined as always by my partner in true crime, Fran and Alvin.
Oh yes, wait a minute, Mr. Postman.
Yeah, man, I'm the mailman. Can't you tell, man? Gonna post it.
What up? Fran, it is still January somehow, some way.
Yeah.
I don't really know how this is taking place. It feels like we're in some kind of weird time loop. A lot has happened. A lot continues to happen. But we're here, man. We're flirty, 30, and thriving. Life is lifing for the good and for the bad.
Sure.
Prayers to everybody out there suffering their own journeys and walks through life. My heart goes out to you. You know, we're on TikTok. We see what's going on. It's a lot to get into even, and I'm like, I don't even know if I feel like getting into it today because heavy. It's a heavy world out there. But how are you doing, man?
I'm doing as best as I can, man. Just living life, keeping up with the chaos of the political world as I am not known to do, but I've been dabbling a little bit more because I look at it more of as a comedic outlet than it being like super serious because it's just all funny to me. It's about, just hearing new things about your boy Elon, kind of beefing with Trump a little bit or something. I don't know, something like that. I don't know, man. It's just
also
crazy.
Politics used to be like, what do you think we should do with our tax dollars?
Sure.
I am fiscally conservative. I am pro-gun, anti-gun. Politics today is like, do you think that if you're born in this country, that means you're a citizen?
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't think that's politics. How can I not go? How can I go? I don't really talk politics, man. That's not really, like, I don't really get bogged down in that. Like, if kids should have school lunch, I don't know, man. That's not really my lane. I don't really talk politics. Like, politics is just intersecting with life in a way that you can't be silent. I just really believe that. So
sure, and I agree with that because I'm one guy. I've come over here and talked about me trying to not being. It's kind of like for me watching the news where I'm like, I just don't want to be. It's all negative and depressing, but like when stuff kind of hits home, it's like, oh, now I do got to pay attention. When it's about ICE and deportation and about birth citizen rights being taken, that's when I go like, oh, okay, I got to pay attention because that's part of my family. The other half of my family has had to deal with that, and my wife is family. Her family is from El Salvador. It's like, all right, well, what do we do? What do we have to worry about? And I gotta fear and sometimes there could be some crime involved. Where it's like, what do I gotta walk around with my marriage license now, or I gotta walk around with? I gotta make sure I have my ID on me at all times because we never know. Because you have to. They can pull you up, and then you got to they can lock you up, whatever. Then you got to wait to go in court to prove that you're born here. It's like,
was that
all right? Now we got something. Right now we got something.
What was that
really
real estate term you used? That real estate term you used that they're using for this administration with this. What'd you say? You shoot then aim.
Yeah. They out
here shooting and then aiming later.
Yeah, it's like, no, we're gonna gather you up first, and then we'll figure out.
Well, you're brown, so we can. Yeah,
exactly. Then we'll figure it out. And it's like, well, that's terrifying. I don't want my wife to be in the back of a van
for any amount of time.
Yeah, with my kid, it's like that's a whole different situation. Was like, no, this is real. We don't want this to happen, and I don't want my wife to have to go through something like that where like she goes to a store and they just happen to be in the area and they just pulling motherfuckers out because they're brown. They look like they're immigrants. It's like, I don't want her to have to deal with that and my kids to have to witness something like that. And it's like, okay, well now with this, I really have to pay attention. I really have to know what's going on. I can't just go under a rock like I do. I used to do and kind of just like push the shit to the side and just hope and pray that, I still hope and pray, but like making sure this doesn't happen. It's like, no, I gotta know what's going on so we are prepared and figure out how to deal with this shit just in case it does happen.
Yeah.
But it's a real fear, man. It's a real thing we have to deal with, and it's crazy. Your boy Trump is. I still don't think he understands what the responsibility of a president is.
He doesn't care. I'm gonna correct.
He doesn't
I'm
care.
just gonna correct you.
I think it's both. Sure, we can really disagree, but
Okay.
like, I don't. For him to kind of be like, let's do this and let's do this is like, all right, well, I understand you're the president, but you just can't come on here and just shut shit down just because you have the title of being the president of the United States.
I think that he's showing us that you can. Everybody else just didn't, because that's not how decorum works, bro.
But there's steps you have to go through
exactly
with Congress to kind of get certain things to go. It's like, but you just can't sign up. You just can't come on here and go, oh, income tax. Now you had me at income tax, but still, that was like, oh nope, let's abolish income tax. Done. That's a snap of a finger. It's like, all right, I don't think
it just doesn't work that way.
Right.
So basically, here's the thing, and I know it's like, oh, politics.
Hey man, look, this is what it is, man.
This is the
if
world.
People don't want to hear. I don't even want to talk about it, but I have to because it's important.
Yeah,
and I think we need to.
The man is getting in an argument. He's like, yo, I'm sending back illegal immigrants to Colombia, and then if not, we're gonna punish y'all. And this is the thing. This is the concern that I have, and this is so much bigger than politics, is because he's done something that really just shows the fault in humanity.
Okay.
And it's always been there. So the way things usually work, I'm watching this show. I'll get into the recommend. I'm watching a show called Paradise on Hulu. It just came out.
All right.
And the guy that's playing the president is James Marsden. He's like this like young dude, smooth, but like he's probably a little Southern. But that part of the show seems fantasy because you go, this is not what a president is. They don't have like couth and any kind of like charm or anything. So anyway, my point is, what Donald Trump has exposed on a world stage is all of these countries are just run by men, bro. And it's this. No, I don't care how smart you think Barack Obama is, how smart you might think Donald Trump is. These two men, just as a comparison for recency, like what we know as an American president to look like, and then Joe Biden. These three men are no different much than any guy you work with. So when you go, if I'm at work and I go, hey man, I know somebody better pick these boxes up or I'm gonna start smacking people in the face. You are challenging something in me primal as a man to where I don't want to, whatever you're trying to prove, like I'm the toughest dude here, I don't want to look like the weakest dude here. So you might beat me in the fight, but we got to fight. So when Donald Trump is like, man, listen, Colombia, I said we're sending the bus down with the illegal immigrants and you're going to take the bus. The president of Colombia wants to stay the president of Colombia and he has to be strong and all that shit to his constituency too.
Yeah.
So everybody's going to start to buck up because you're not doing it in the democratic and like political way. You're not doing the dance. So when this shit all boils down to, you take the bureaucracy away and the politics and everything, this man has a stick and this man has a stick. Who's willing to use the stick?
Who's willing to hit the red button?
Who's willing to hit? And that's my metaphor. And that's what makes this shit scary. We can just go ahead and be upfront about it. This is the political landscape that we're in is like, yo, America has always operated as a very powerful empire that does a lot of terrible things, but they always go, but we all are agreeing that we're going to take over your country. Like you guys are letting us in. Once you start going, well, I want to come in, and they go, well, no, we need to negotiate some things, and now we go, well, we've always had all these big guns behind us. Now they've always been there, but we usually still play the dance. Mm-hmm. We still do the like, well, we agreed, we'll give you this, I give you that, and then we both sides win. When you start going, I'm gonna do this because I have a bigger gun than you, now all decorum's out the window, and that's where we are. And it's scary where we are, and he's throwing a lot of stuff at the news cycle, so we're missing things. He's freezing government spending, bro. People aren't gonna get their wick, man.
Yeah.
Like, but then at the same time, that day we talked about the inauguration, all those people with all those billions of dollars on the stage, this was a funny thing that happened. If we're living in our V for Vendetta anarchy minds, China dropped this AI DeepSeek when Silicon Valley and the United States has been telling every lobbyists and any investor and hedge fund, yo, we need $1 trillion to make AI work, for you to be able to go on Chat GPT and be like, I need a workout for just back and just legs, 3 days a week, and I'm keto, and it just makes it. They're like that costs $1 trillion fajillion. And then China drops this shit this past week that they made with 6 rubber bands, a carton of milk, and 17 Band-Aids, and it does almost the exact same thing. And it destroyed the NASDAQ. Like it almost tanked the stock market, and it revealed the fallacy of what this country is currently being built on, which is billionaire tech people lying about how much it costs to do something. Imagine you going to get your car fixed, and I'm like, I need my brakes fixed. They're like, yeah, that's going to be $40,000. You're like, the car didn't cost $40,000. Like, no, that's how much it costs to. That's how much it costs to make it. And then you go to somebody that they're trying to deport from this country, and ask them to fix their brakes, and they'll fix it for you for $700 and like a meal. Yeah, and it's like, that's what I mean. Like the gap is so laughably crazy that you guys are swindlers. Yeah, it's a scam. You guys are thieves.
It's a scam. It's like, for them to have, because the company that came up was NVIDIA, which is, they make the chip.
The GPU.
Right, for AIs and shit. It's like, okay, well, this chip costs, I don't know, $1 trillion or whatever, just for an example. DeepSeek was like, well, we can do it for a third or whatever, the price, whatever.
Bro, not even
and it's more powerful. Yeah, and it's more powerful than that. And they've been working on it and shit like that for decades or whatever. And it comes out and it's like, oh shit. No, you don't need that whatever chip they say you need to have open AI or whatever it is. No, we made it. Yeah. And it's like, okay, well, we see that they've done it at a cheaper price. And like, oh no, this is a scam. This is a scam. It doesn't cost. What do y'all? Then you ask, where's the money? Then where all this money is going then?
Exactly.
What's happened with all this money?
What's happened with all this money? All these jobs? Because this is what he's been promising. All these tech jobs, AI. This is why I have Mark Zuckerberg up here and Elon Musk and the people from Google, because they're going to bring all these jobs in with AI. And the people in China just like blew off the lid on AI.
And then it came out with another one. And then there was another, like a brother that came out. I don't know what it's called, but it's like, there's another one that they was working on under that's DeepSeek. I don't know what the name of it, but it's like, damn, they came out with 2 of them. It's like, it's kind of like, all right, well, we kind of was like, hold my beer. Now it's like, hold my other beer. Fucking 2 diss songs. Like, no, hold up. Let me show you. And it's like, oh, do you want to take TikTok? All right.
Oh, you think
what about y'all want to
all roads lead back to TikTok?
Yeah, y'all want to take TikTok? Y'all so worried about TikTok that we came up with an AI that costs.
I've been arguing about TikTok for the last year. Yeah. We've been just in the dead of night stealing chips and like grinding and making shit happen. Yeah, we just blew up your whole economic plan for the next decade.
Right, but it's just like, I think other countries are going like, hey man, y'all not the big bad wolf anymore. Y'all may still, but not like how it used to be. Decades and 100 years. It's not.
But here's what I'll say that makes Donald Trump's. This is what makes him so powerful in a world like that, is that I think people like to think they know like what he's gonna do, but I think that all the world leaders go, well, I mean, because there's like this agreement, like if they push the button, then we have to push the button, because if they nuke this country, that country's next to ours, so we're gonna get fallout, so we have to retaliate. Even if they didn't directly attack us, we have to retaliate because it would affect us. So it's like, if you hit the button, we all got to hit the button. So therefore, none of us will hit the button. But then you got Donald Trump in the office, and it's like, well, will he? Yeah, it's like, and you got to go, is he pump faking? Yeah. And it's like, is he pump faking? Probably, because he wants to live and make money and all this shit. But like, I don't know.
I think, and we can end on this, I think that people need to think about, like, it's not about criminals. It's about families are being ruined. Most of these people come over here are like, I have nothing bad to say about Hispanic people at all. Most of them that I've come across, they're some of the nicest people. They do a lot. They work hard. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. They're some of the hardest workers I've ever seen. But what he's doing is, I get trying to stop criminals and stuff like that. But I mean, like, you guys are breaking up happy homes and families, and people are just trying to come over and just trying to better their life and shit like that. But it's like, everybody don't have the means to kind of go through the system and kind of do it that way. It's like, man,
hungry, bro. My family hungry. I gotta give them something back. I gotta get over there, make some money, and send it back today, or they are gonna starve to death.
Yeah, and it's like, you see these. I go down to the Home Depot all the time. There's a gang of Hispanics out there just trying to work, bro. That's all they doing is just trying to get a job, make some money. And it's like for him to do that, and now you get on social media and you see people post, oh, ICE is down so and so street. Everybody be careful. And it's like it's sad. I'm dealing with it a little bit because like it's emotional and like you don't know what's going to happen, what family member is going to get it's like it's a lot, man. I don't think people would think about that, but most of them voted for this and they wanted this. I saw a dude that voted for Trump. And he was like, "No, man, they took my wife." Now
like,
you crying?
But here's the twist: how they get you, bro. It's like dealing with some kind of like a djinn or some kind of like the evil genie. He was like, Donald Trump said he was going to deport all the criminals, and they go, "Well, if you came here illegally, you're a criminal." So in your mind, you go, "Criminal? Yeah, you robbing people and all. I work hard." It's like, "No, bro, you're a criminal." Yeah, that's it. Like that's the end of the conversation. So he got mad people to vote for him. It's like, I'm not a criminal. I work hard. My neighbors are not a criminal. He's a hard worker.
Like, what you thought was like a list of names? They just had a list of people. No,
this guy, he robbed his house, stole all these tools. No, bro, if you are on your status is illegal, you're a criminal, and they're coming to get you. Yeah, and that's what a lot of people vote.
And they come to get you anyway. And they come to get you anyway. They come to get your ass. We'll figure out the shit later.
If you look brown, if they hear the bad money. Bro, they sending ICE to Puerto Rico. That's how much. Puerto Rico's an American territory. They coming for them anywhere. Like, bro, you know how crazy the ICE rate's gonna be in Puerto Rico? Crazy. Everybody speaking Spanish. Everybody is like,
it's gonna be a band. Ain't nobody gonna be over there.
That's insane, bro. Like, it's ridiculous.
But this what these people wanted, man. That's the only thing I can say.
That's all. I hate that millennial white people have co-opted this in such a way, but it is true. It's like the fuck around and find out. Yeah, that's what is happening when your SNAP benefits. Because like I said, all this comes down to me. Like I said, is like a lot of people are going around saying they're in the middle class and they're not in the middle class. Nah. If you receive government assistance, you are not a middle class person. And a lot of people realized that yesterday when there was a government freeze and Medicare and SNAP benefits and this, that, and the third is cut off, and they're like, wait a minute, that I have that. Yeah, bro, he's not looking out for you. You're poor. Like you being poor is the same thing as being a minority. And I think a lot of people went, well, I'm not any of these minority people. It's like, yeah, but you're poor.
And think about that. Yeah.
You're poor.
And guess what? We in January. Term ain't even started. This basically ain't even started yet.
It's only
this man's January. On the roll, man. This man's on the rolls. And now I'm in office now. Man.
Bro, he told the federal workers like, yo, y'all can leave now and just save yourself the trouble. I'll give y'all a couple months of pay, or we gonna go through y'all with a fine-tooth comb and just start firing anybody.
Goodness.
It's like, what
Not playing.
That's crazy, bro. Federal work, like if you got a federal job, which and again, that's such an attack on black people. I know that everything people want to say we make everything about race, but my entire life and my mom's entire life and probably her parents, like in their early age, like your dad, the whole dream is like, yo, you go get you a good government job. They got great benefits. Yeah. You know what I mean? Black people have government jobs. Yeah. And it's like, yo, no.
Hard for that too.
Yeah. It's not easy to get. Yeah, you got to go apply. And like, and then I've been 20 years in and then all of a sudden it's like, yo, your job is useless. I want a list of everybody's job who's useless. Yeah. And I want them fired. You're like, yo, I've been working in the government for 15 years.
Want you fired, or the ones that we keep, we want y'all to go. There's no home. Ain't no virtual working anymore.
Yeah, y'all are going to go write tickets, write parking tickets, or y'all going to have to go do some other shit. Shit is wild, man. Shaking the shit up, but that's, hey, that's what we want to shake the system up.
Shake it up.
But we're gonna move on to one more topic. I had two more things I want to talk about, so I'm definitely gonna chop a lot of that up.
I'm sorry, man. I think this wouldn't as long if I wasn't as passionate about it.
No, but I appreciate the passion, and I'm gonna leave in a lot of the passion, but I'm just gonna cut the fat on it a little bit because
I get that.
I did want to talk about this is so there was this guy. The term for getting money now is gooning, right? When you're gooning. It's called gooning. And he pulled up to like a Denny's or not Denny's or somewhere with a drive-thru, like a McDonald's. All right. And he was getting right in the drive-thru, like, yeah, can I get a steak, egg, and cheese bagel? And he was getting money like in the window, like the girl is like, excuse me, and he's got his pants around his ankle, just getting after it, gooning. The shit when he was filming himself.
Hold on. Let's rewind that a little.
Follow me. Okay.
Gooning is what again?
Tugging it.
Got you. Okay. All right. That you had me on. I was lost a little bit. But then when I kept listing a little bit of context clues. I went, this is not what I. This doesn't sound like what I
did you
thought
think
you
I was
said.
talking about?
You said getting. You said I thought you said getting money.
He was getting money. That's what I call it.
That's what you see. I didn't know that. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with you now. Okay. Okay. Got
Getting money, shaking the dice.
Cool. Got shaking the dice.
Shaking the dice, choking the chicken.
Doing a shake weight.
Gooning.
Shake
It's
weight.
what the kids call it.
All right.
Not kids. That's crazy. Pause.
Yeah.
What the younger generation is calling it gooning. Y'all know no academics. I was
using the shake weight.
Yeah, it's people out here getting caught up.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Shaking, working out with the shake weight. So he's in the drive-through line gooning, filming himself.
This is not like a story this is not the barista story, is it?
No, I don't think so.
Gotcha. All right. Gotcha. Go ahead.
So this dude is gooning in the thing, filming himself. The shit goes crazy viral.
Wow. All right.
Dude ends his life because the shit is too much.
We are talking about the same
Talking
story.
about the same thing?
Yes, we are.
Bro,
yes.
they had a whole the internet is such a this is why I'm like, bro, this shit is over with it. The world is ending.
Yeah.
Or also these kids, the youth. And I'm keep saying kids in this context.
And what'd you say? You say he was at a McDonald's.
I thought he was at a drive-through for McDonald's. He was at a Starbucks?
This was like local baristas dressed up in like skimpy outfits.
Oh, so he went there. They're like a sexy bikini barista.
It's like a
No, I know these things. They have them in like a lot of them in Florida, like a bikini
what
barista.
is like it's like a not Dave and Buster's. What's the but he dressed up in the shorts, the orange.
Like
shorts.
Hooters.
Like Hooters,
But for coffee.
Got
it. So he rolled up to one of those drive-throughs gooning.
Yes.
Ends his life because the shit goes crazy viral.
Yeah, because he got caught.
Because he got caught. Yeah, it was. Yeah, they knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Bro, they held a eulogy for him outside of the coffee place.
I saw this, but I didn't look at it. But go ahead. Yeah.
They had flyers and shit like, yo, my man committed goonicide. Rest in peace to the top goon.
Goonicide.
They said he committed goonicide, bro. They said, rest in peace to the goon lord. That's what they've been calling him, the goon lord. And he committed goonicide and goon in peace. And all this shit is like crazy. Like they held a whole visual. And now they're going and pulling up to the drive-through.
Gooning out?
Pretending like gooning in solidarity, like as a form of protest. So they come through with their pants around their ankles, hopefully not gooning, but then the women in the thing are like, you need to move on. He's like, you murdered him. It's because of you that he died. This shit is crazy, bro. People are losing their minds. I don't know what the hell is going on. But yeah, they said he committed goonicide. So these are the kind of stories that are going on in the world right now. And I'm supposed to also be trying to keep politically in touch and understand what's going on with like DeepSeek and shit. But this goes to show you what my For You page looks like. Now, we can't go down that rabbit hole because I know some stuff that I can't even tell you about.
I wanted to say, but yeah, go ahead.
I can't even talk publicly about my For You page to our audience.
Yeah.
But it's some crazy shit going on in the world.
Yeah.
I blessed you guys with Mr. Piss Air.
I'm familiar with that story. I think I have my my opinions about that whole thing. But it was a tragic story.
Well, my whole thing is like you feel for anybody who gets so embarrassed on the internet that they take their lives. Like that's a terrible thing. But the dude was a freak bull. Like he was doing something mad sick.
Yeah.
And we can say kink shaming and whatever, but like, nah, bro, you can't do that. You can't pull up somebody's job and
you can't do it. You can't do it more than once and think.
Oh, he was like a habitual gooner.
Well, and have you seen the video? The video was like, wasn't you here before? He was like, yeah. He's like, have you been here before? He was like, yeah. You didn't see that part?
No, I didn't see
have you been here? He said, yeah.
I come here all the time.
Yeah, I got, and that's when he's on. That's when I was like, it's just, the internet is dangerous, man. I don't know what else. I don't know. I feel sorry for that young man because like,
he's a victim.
When the thing blows up on the internet and it goes viral, everybody sees it. People who know you see it. People who went to school with you see it. And it gets close to people in your family who's super close to you. And it's like, how do you?
And it's not the internet anymore then.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, how do you, and I empathize with this. Like, how do you navigate that and kind of live on when it's like your name and picture and video was plastered all over the internet? How do you kind of get past that? Now you're like some type of
a pervert.
A pervert now.
Yeah.
It's like how? It's like some people just can't mentally deal. Some people just can't. Like, I don't want to deal with. I don't want this to be who I am anymore.
We live in a world where everybody wants
that's dangerous, man.
Everybody wants attention until they get attention. TikTok is full of people who make 17 TikToks a day. I send you several of them.
Yes.
Whenever I find a TikTok that has like 8 views, I'm like, this is gold. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Like this means this is somebody like in Sheboygan.
Yeah.
Just wilding out. Like,
yeah,
it's the best. But those people do that. Now, they think they want attention, but when one of those videos sets fire to their TikTok and they're like, oh, we got 1 million views. Did you really want that attention? So this guy filming himself, gooning in the drive-thru to whoever he's entertaining with his content, when it goes outside of that realm, it's like, nah, I've been doing this for my little 50 people that like my TikToks and we talk and everything. And now it's like you wake up the next morning, it's like 6 billion views. You're like, whoa, wait, what? And then you go through like, yo, wasn't this guy in my math class? You go, oh, whoa, wait. So now people I know are talking about me. Yeah. It's one thing, people on the internet, the shit is fake.
Sure.
Until somebody that you see somebody in your comments that they know you in real life. And they go, yo, he out here jerking off in public? And you go, oh my God, what?
Yeah.
Then your phone start ringing. It's your mom.
You get tagged? You getting tagged and shit? I don't know a lot of people who was able to have the mental capacity to deal with something like that. Was like, bro, I can't do. I have kids and I don't know if I'm able to keep on. That dude was probably going through in a dark hole before he decided to end his life. And that part that's not funny and that's not a joke. I understand he been the pervert, but that's a real thing where this dude was like, I'm not going to agree with, oh, well, I'm not going to say he deserved it, but I mean, like, he was a pervert. And it's like, I don't agree with that opinion at all.
Yeah.
I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to,
because he was a person
piggyback on that sentiment because I just don't.
Yeah. And something's wrong with him. Like, he was a person at the end of the day.
Yes.
And something's off with him if he's doing that. Even if he thinks that's funny.
Yeah.
Something's off with you even if you think that's funny. So, but yeah, no, shit got crazy for him, and they said he committed goonicide. So,
goonicide.
Goonicide is insane.
I think, you know what? Just let's go into I don't want to get into that.
Okay. well, before we go on break,
the next day,
before we go on break, I would kindly ask anybody who's listening to this who is white or not black to step away from the mic for just 2 seconds, maybe go listen to a nice song, maybe like a nice Amos Lee or something like that, or maybe Iron and Wine, or something fun like Katy Perry. Just step away for just 2 seconds. I got to talk to the black people here. We got to talk about like black stuff, like a Tyler Perry movie. We got to talk about a Tyler Perry movie for just 1 second. Thank you guys so much. All right,
Are they gone?
I think so. I think there's enough time. Black people, listen to me. The Popeyes Chicken Don Julio collaboration is a CIA operation, bro. They're putting mind control drugs in the chicken. Do not fall for it, okay? Don't fall for the sneaky salty rim tequila sauce dipped crispy chicken strips.
Is it dipped and is it dipped in?
They have a tequila sauce. Then they have non-alcoholic,
like a Jack Daniels,
sauce, but Don Julio.
They got
the Don in sauce. They got the Don in sauce. Then they got the non-alcoholic Don Julio like lemonades that they're going to be coming out with. That you could just go get a bottle of Don Julio and pour into. They are putting additives into the chicken. This is a psyop. This is race. This is.
This is Popeyes.
This is Popeyes. Popeyes X Don Julio.
Popeyes and KFC.
No, it's exclusively. Now, when is the Popeyes ever indulged in exclusive collaborations ever? McDonald's do them all the time. The one time Popeyes does an exclusive collaboration is with Don Julio.
Is alcohol?
With the
KFC,
not just KFC, alcohol, Don Julio that's been setting the streets on fire for the last 2 years.
Yeah, the Colonel ain't having this.
Well, no. Well, he's not having any. This is the Colonel. That's white man shit. You guys, you guys can come in and buy. The
black people do eat KFC, but the Colonel's like, no, we don't do that. We don't.
Yeah, it's like no. This is a we don't. I am wearing an all white suit and my nice little thin tie, and this is handmade white man chicken, and you can have some and come and indulge if you would like to. Whereas, as I said, I don't like the Popeyes mascot. I understand it's New Orleans.
Yeah.
But the auntie energy and all this stuff. Now she's the auntie. Now she's the fun auntie giving us Don Julio. Listen, black people, listen to me. This is a mind control operation. We've all seen Undercover Brother. They've been telling us this for years. And if you saw they cloned Tyrone, they put it in the chicken in that movie too. They're gonna put it in the chicken. Don't eat the chicken. It is a trick.
If this hits the streets like the chicken sandwich did when it came out, we might be in trouble.
It's gonna be an extinction level event.
We might be in trouble.
This is MK Ultra. They're putting hallucinogens in the chicken. They're putting hallucinogens in the Don Julio mock cocktails. This is not good for us. Avoid it at all costs. I know how we feel about Don Julio. I know how we feel about the biscuits from Popeyes. I love them. Do not indulge in the Don Julio X Popeyes chicken collab. If this transmission has reached you, good luck, stay safe, and get the blackened option, the grilled chicken. They don't put it in that. All right, so in summation, friend, I was saying, at the end of Divorce in the Black, Megan Good saves her family, and the lesson is you're enough in life.
Is that what the lesson is? Gotcha.
That's what the lesson is. So everybody non-black, thank you guys for returning. Thanks for letting us have that little minute. What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to get into some fucked up shit. So stick around. Affirmative Murder is brought to you by Incogni. Every year, both the number and scope of data breaches worldwide are rising. According to the 2022 Annual Data Breach Report by the Identity Theft Resource Center, the number of victims has gone up nearly 41.5% from 2021. These data thieves are after your personal information, including your name, your aliases, your social security number, login credentials, home address, location history, online activity, and much more. And they're selling it to the highest bidder. And this is where Incogni steps in. Incogni reaches out to the data brokers who are out to purchase your information, and they do it on your behalf. And they request that your personal data be removed. Since many data brokers continue collecting your personal information even after they've removed it, Incogni also does its best to ensure that your data stays off the market by conducting repeated removal requests. This means that whenever a new record pops up on a data broker website, Incogni will automatically take care of that. That's what makes their yearly subscription especially advantageous. Incogni will continue to protect your data privacy for as long as you use the service. It's so easy to look people up these days. We're more accessible than ever, which makes us more vulnerable than ever as well. Incogni's out to protect us. And if you go to incogni.com, incogni.com/affirmative murder and use the promo code affirmative murder, you'll get 60% off an annual plan. Your data and your personal information are more valuable than they've ever been. Do what you can to protect it by signing up for Incogni today. Have we told you guys about Magic Mind? They're a company that reached out to us some time ago with one thing in mind: mental wealth. And that starts with the 5 pillars: sleep, diet, exercise, stress management, and exogenous compounds. And they've compacted all these amazing things into 2 shots. The Magic Mind Mental Performance Shot, which I start each morning off with. It's such a jolt of energy for me. And Magic Mind Sleep, which helps me fall asleep faster and get a deeper sleep after a long day. Now, to be clear, the Magic Mind Performance Shot is not a replacement for caffeine, but they work in tandem in a great way. And it feels great to not have to sacrifice one thing for another. And one of the best things about Magic Mind is that it's 100% safe, with all the ingredients being third-party tested and sourced from the best suppliers. In fact, Magic Mind is so confident in their product that they guarantee a 100% refund with no questions asked for 100 days after buying. And if you act right now, you can get 40% off the Magic Mind bundle by going to magicmind.com/AMPJAN. Get that mental wealth up in 2025 with Magic Mind. Affirmative Murder is brought to you by Diet Smoke. If you're looking to relax, unwind, or just vibe out, you need to check out Diet Smoke. They've perfected the art of balanced cannabis gummies, made with all natural ingredients for the perfect experience every time. Whether you're easing into a chill night, sharpening your focus, or need help drifting off to sleep, Diet Smoke has a gummy for every vibe. And here's the kicker: they taste amazing and kick in super fast, so you're never left waiting. Right now, Diet Smoke is offering an exclusive deal just for our listeners. Head over to dietsmoke.com and use code AMP20 for 20% off your first order. That's 20% off your first order simply by going to dietsmoke.com and using Affirmative Murder's code AMP20 to get some of the best tasting cannabis gummies delivered right to your door. But folks, you need to hurry. This deal won't last forever. So go to dietsmoke.com, use that promo code AMP20, and unlock your perfect vibe today. All right, Fran, we are back. This week, our Affirmative Murder is diving into the mysterious world of voodoo. I've been told by many people that voodoo is not good or evil. That's just the way it's been depicted in, like, media that we consume, in television and movies and stuff. It is just a practice of it's almost like a religion. So it's not good
Okay.
or bad. It's not like if you do voodoo, you're an evil person. That's actually kind of racist. So there's something to think about, right? Something to just take into consideration when you hear the word voodoo, to be like, oh, you must be evil. But this week, our story is about a woman named Dana Jackson who went to a voodoo retreat. Now, if she was
voodoo
going
retreat,
a voodoo retreat, but if she was,
is voodoo, is that with the little doll in the pen?
yes, that is what has been depicted as in movies and stuff. I don't know if they
Gotcha.
actually do that, but yes, that is a form of voodoo in movies, as well as like
always been a fear.
A cauldron and sacrificing animals, and a lot of Wiccan things are attributed to voodoo, except the person doing it in movies and stuff always is a black person with dreadlocks and like a skull painted on their face.
Yeah, some type of Haitian.
It's always Haitian.
person.
This is very popular in Haiti. Yes.
Yeah.
But it's no different than any Wiccan practices that you would see. Like if it was a blonde woman wearing one of those big dumb hats, you'd be like, oh, she's like just she owns an apothecary store. She's just very in touch with Mother Nature. She's a Wiccan. But when it's
a black person,
it's evil, and they eat the bones and they shrink your head and
damn, why they do us like that, man?
Bro, they want us to be depicted as animals, bro. That's just that's how it goes. So all of our cultural things are like subhuman and animalistic and ashy, and we got loincloths on and shit. And when Sabrina the Teenage Witch does it, it's fun. You could do it. Yeah. You could sell it in Hot Topic.
It's cool. Yeah. You can make a TV show.
You can make a TV show. If you made a voodoo TV show, it would be the most evil shit you ever imagined. It would be on HBO. Everybody would be biting people on the necks and all this type of, it would be crazy, bro. But I'm sure there are some people, which we're going to get into, who go to a voodoo retreat and it's like, yo, I just do voodoo. Like we use things from the earth to try to bring about positive outcomes, with, positive energy and just things like that. Yeah. Because let me give you this example, right? So it's a voodoo retreat. If this was a yoga retreat, nobody would bat an eye, right? If you wanted to go and do some ohms and put some rocks on your chest and, get a hot stone massage and do some poses and shit like that and center your energy and your chakras, nobody bats an eye at that. Matter of fact, you might have to pay 10 bands to go do that.
Right.
But you go to a voodoo retreat, your whole family's like, wait, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah. There's a TikTok. I don't know if you've seen this TikTok before, but it's like it's the caption is, it's like when she fall for you or something like that. And it goes me the day before, and it's like voodoo music, and he's like dance
in the lab.
He's like dancing and shit, doing shit with his.
You don't even know. I put a whole incantation on you. You don't even. This is again. You don't even know. You love. I made you love me. 6 days ago.
That was funny. That was funny.
Yeah. So let's get into it. So on July 1st, 2024, 51-year-old Dana Jackson traveled to Haiti for a month-long voodoo retreat. According to her son Timothy, she had been researching and practicing the religion for the past 4 years.
Wow! Shout out to our taxi driver who was Haitian back in the day.
He was a Haitian. When we went to the cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a taxi driver. I drive. I've been driving for 3 years, and
I'm from Haiti.
From Haiti. Yes.
Where's my book?
Yes, where's my book? He might have been.
Man almost crashed the car. We told us man almost crashed the car.
I think we told him we were from Baltimore. He's like,
yeah.
Oh, Baltimore, interesting. And he needed to write that in his book for some reason.
Yeah.
And almost straight up crashed the taxi cab. He might have been a practicer of voodoo. I don't know. Who knows why he wanted to write us down in the book?
Yeah.
He was like, Fran and Alvin. Okay, let me get my book. I don't know why you need to write our names down in your book, but just focus on the road.
Yeah.
So the religion of voodoo, which is spelled VODOU, not VOD, not VOODOO. So it's more like voodoo.
Okay. That sounds non-American. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's like basically, people in Haiti speak a French dialect. So
okay,
it makes sense that we're butchering the word.
Yeah.
Americans are like, yeah, glacier. So the religion traces back to West Africa, bro. So again,
okay,
this is such a hard conversation because any semblance of like our past has been stripped away from us. We are culturally American, and I think that means something, and I think that that's beautiful. Like as far as being a Black American person,
yeah.
Like I'm so proud of hip hop and fashion and all of the things that are Black American. But there is this whole lineage that we can be traced back to at some point that we are completely disconnected from. And it really says a lot that we have been indoctrinated to look at voodoo and go, oh, evil. When it circles back to a West African religion.
Yeah.
But we have no problem, and I don't want to get in a crazy conversation. We have no problem putting a white man up on the wall and being like, no, he turned his blood into juice and his arm turned into bread and all these things that we just like, yeah, that's just what he did. He can walk on water and he got superpowers and all that shit like that.
You might want to I don't know, man. Walk on thin ice, man.
I'm not walking on water though, and that's what they said he could do. And what
I'm not living on a lie.
Yeah, I'll stop criticizing that when people condemn priests who molest kids. So when they do that, I will not talk about how one religion is more. It's all different comic books. Whatever comic book you read, that's your business. I'm all for it. But this is a religion that traces back to West Africa. So this is a black religion.
Yeah.
You know, and we've been made to look at it like, no, bro, it's animal. They're awful, terrible, bro. The Bible
is that because of movies?
It's because of propaganda. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Of course, it's like they want to drive you away from anything that is rooted in something that looks like you. That's one of the greatest. Wow. That's one of the greatest moves that European colonizers have pulled off is to make you go, how you look. The guy that is in charge of your afterlife for the rest of your life, it's a guy that doesn't look anything like you. That's one of the best tricks that's one of the most crazy shit I ever have seen. You can't name a better one than that. So when you see somebody like Russell Brand or Henry Cavill, the guy that plays Superman, you go beard, long hair, he looks like Jesus. I got to listen to you. You must know what you're talking about because when I see you, I see my Lord and Savior. And then they push you away from anything that has any roots back to something that looks like you. All those slaves, they had Jesus pictures in every slave quarters and cabin all throughout there. They had them doing Bible study. They were reading about how Jesus is king and this is the guy. Whatever shit you came over here talking about.
The white man with the that's an immaculate shape.
The white man with the Pantene Pro V hair.
Lavish hair. And a full-on groomed beard. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Him?
Yeah, him. They were like, forget whatever you came with voodoo, whatever shit you came over here with, forget that. It's about him. And when you see him, you see me. So you want to do what he says, do what I say.
Yeah.
And you know what he said? You are not a human, and it's okay for me to beat you. So listen to him, because he's God, and I'm the next closest thing. And then we just continue.
White man?
Yeah, and we just continue society with that kind of understanding, and now we are where we are today.
Yeah, it's nuts.
That's the same, bro.
Yeah. Hey.
Listen, when you're good, you're good. No, they built.
Been going on this long.
They built this.
I think good is the understatement.
They built this shit nice. This shit is crazy. Shit is so deep seated. When I first somebody told me about this, I did some research and I was like, so they got all this shit. And I'm not saying they don't put on bones and all this shit when they do voodoo. I don't know. But the idea that whenever some voodoo shit comes up in a movie, the whole mood changes. The shit is evil and the shit is like, we're gonna shrink your head, or it's a spell to make you die, or switch your body and curse you and all this shit. They made anything that, and then when you look at a lot of the sacraments and all these things in Christianity, the shit is no different, bro. Sure. Cut the goat blood and smear it on the floor.
I mean, we don't have to. Why do they have to make it like cannibalism or something like that? It doesn't have to be like they ate whatever they put around their neck.
I have
a chicken bone necklace.
I have a hard time believing that there's not some modern day disseminator of voodoo who is like, I have a very artisanal store. Like we burn
oils and shit.
We burn incense and shit. But I wear a suit. Like I'm a person I'm a voodoo practitioner, but I don't live in a cave.
Yeah.
I don't live in a hut on the beach. But that's what they show you. I just have a hard time believing you can't find somebody on YouTube right now. You go like, yo, hey, hi, my name is Shikari, and I teach people about voodoo. And she's just a person.
It's the stigma, though. That name,
that's what they want you to believe.
We would have to change the name to something else.
And that's like, we're not going to, that's like not happening.
It won't, yeah.
It's like, we have to change it to make it more palatable for people who don't like it. It's called
voodoo. Say voodoo is like, nah. It's like a Jehovah's Witness.
Yes, it's got a bad stigma, you know. It's like, you know, But anybody that tells me I can't celebrate my birthday, I'm not riding with you. So. But we can move on. Everybody's got to get it, bro. It's got to be fair. If I'm gonna talk about one religion, I got to talk about all of them. I'm not gonna be unfair and target people. So we got. If you bring up one of them,
you off that boat, huh?
Yeah, if you bring one of them up, then I gotta go. I gotta attack all of them. Yeah, I can't be. Yeah. So yeah, like I said before, I got off track a little bit. So this derives from West Africa. Voodoo, which is what they call themselves, or Vodun beliefs, are and were developed further among the African diaspora in Haiti. So one of the stops of slave ships. But Haiti fought for revolution. So they were able to keep a lot of their identity from where they originated.
Yeah.
Whereas when we got here, they beat it out of them.
Yeah.
You know.
Was America the last stop? Do you know? Are you educated with that?
No, I mean, I know they passed through the Dominican Republic and Haiti and Jamaica and like the Caribbeans. But when they got here, this is where they established chattel slavery. So there was, chattel slavery.
It was a bus ride, man.
It's like some people got up. We need some slaves over here in this Caribbean island. Trying to get some shit done. We need some slaves over here. And they got over to Haiti, and Haiti, they were like, fuck that.
Yeah. Which we failed to
acknowledge and talk about?
Yes.
Well, who's in charge of the books, bro? This is what I talk about. When I told you about that documentary I watched about Native American people in the 1960s and 70s that were like politically active, wearing Jordache jeans and cool jackets and shit, and they were really on some real Huey P. Newton shit, like really revolutionaries. I didn't learn about that shit in school. No. Why would the school teach us about
doesn't make any sense.
The Haitian people who were like, no to slavery, we're going to fight back against you guys, and we won. And then they continue to come back and occupy and destabilize that country, and then they go, well, it's poor and dirty over there. And they never give them a chance to establish a government because the United States always comes over and destabilizes it every couple of years. But we don't talk about the revolution that they set off. It's almost like because I have to say we as the United States almost comes back and punishes Haiti every few years. For fighting back? For fighting back 150, 200 years ago.
We ain't forget.
Yeah, no. Y'all want to try to build something? Y'all want to try to build Wakanda over here? I don't think so. Send Wyclef over there. Take all their money. I don't know the full details of that, but he did something. I don't know all the details. I don't know all the details. My bad. Sorry to Wyclef if I didn't get that fully right. But he did something scammy with Haiti.
Did he?
Yeah,
I haven't heard that.
He tried to go over there and become the president or something like that. It was something crazy, and he took some money. I don't know all the details, but that might have been a psyop. I don't know. He might have.
Look into that.
The CIA might have sent them over there to destabilize Haiti. I don't know. Shout out to Wyclef. Shout out to the Fugees. Fuji La is a great song. So voodoo is a term more commonly used in the United States. See the propaganda? And tends to encompass a range of practices and beliefs, often portrayed in popular culture and associated with magic and witchcraft.
Witchcraft, yes.
Vodou, like the real way to say it, vodou ceremonies involve music, dancing, and drumming to communicate with Iwa, or spirits, who play a central role in the religion. This sounds like church.
Yeah.
Sounds no different than church. This is what I mean when they go, oh, they're all primitive and dancing around and jumping around. Bro, we sit in a room, people, oh, yeah. And that's not even church I go to. Black church, this sounds exactly like black church. But if I'm saying people who could be put by voodoo, your church is very, to me, demonic. Catholic church is very demonic to me. All the humming and the this, and you drink the blood on your knees, and then they put the bread on your tongue when you stick your tongue out, and he just puts the one finger on it and slides it down and shit. This shit gets mad caressive and weird. That's way more weird than like just enjoying some vibes, trying to call upon your ancestors and your spirits with a good dance. Like to make that into something primitive and scary and demonic is wild. Voodoo in American media is frequently represented using voodoo dolls and spell casting, which are not authentically representative of Haitian voodoo practices.
Okay.
So even when you asked me, I went, yeah, I'm wrong about that. So you say spells and voodoo, and it's like that's not traditional to their values even.
Yeah.
Those aren't the things that people who practice voodoo think of when they think of voodoo.
Is being a psychic, is that part of voodoo?
I think it's its
like
own
Miss Cleo?
thing. And I think Miss Cleo was just Jamaican.
Oh, okay.
But I think that every religion has its clerics. Like every religion has its people who are like omnipotent and can have the vision, have the gift of sight, and all these things. Every religion has some version of that.
Gotcha.
Christianity, all these things. Like everybody has their own version of like, I'm a psychic, I'm touched, I can feel things. So it's not like unique to one religion.
There's different branches. It branches out,
and everybody has their own name.
Got you.
But if we wanted to categorize that, you would put it in the category of a psychic. But
Gotcha.
I think every religion has its people that are like, oh, they like the Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
You know, they're touched. They have a second sight. Every religion has their own version of that.
Gotcha.
So voodoo has a structured spiritual hierarchy and a pantheon of spirits derived from African gods, along with Catholic saints, reflecting its syncretic nature. And syncretic again, Fran, what does that mean?
Syncretic means combining different ideas, beliefs, or practices. For example, a syncretic religion is one that combines multiple religions.
Okay. So like, yeah, so you go the voodoo, Catholicism,
Yeah.
combining them a little bit. Yeah. So also that's kind of like what Kwanzaa was. Shout out to anybody that celebrates Kwanzaa, but they had like a menorah and a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
But then it was wrapped in African traditions and stuff. So sometimes you got to take a little bit from this, take a little bit from that.
Yeah.
Voodoo often lacks its religious complexity and depth, focusing more on sensational and mystical aspects. Voodoo as in what we think voodoo is in America.
Oh, okay.
So voodoo, when we think of it, it doesn't have anything to do with religion and the depth and the meaning to your spirit. It's more so like magic and mysticism is what we focus on.
And that doesn't sound evil at all. That doesn't sound bad at all.
But it's about how you... Here's the thing, right? I guess like in the new Sabrina to the Teenage Witch show, she's like a Satanist, right?
Yeah.
But in the Sabrina the Teenage Witch, the 90s show, I don't think they outright kind of say that magic is evil or not. They are all just do magic.
It's just magic.
But in our depiction of voodoo in American media, it's always evil.
Yeah.
There is no like fun little teen who is like
right.
My parents
has something to do with like a spell.
Yeah, or like I'm coming to you like I want my enemy to suffer. So I came to you to put a spell on them.
Yeah.
It's never like, even like when you the thing you said about whatever video or TikTok you saw, I've never seen a voodoo depiction of like, I want a woman to fall in love with me.
Yeah.
So I went to this nice voodoo person. It's always like in a basement and dark in a cauldron with the smoke coming out. And they're in a, like, you know what I mean? Like it's dilapidated. Like they don't have a home. Like it's almost animalistic. You know what it's like? And this is mad racist. And now I'm thinking about it. It's like the monkey. It's like Rafiki from Lion King. He's always
Is that
like,
his name?
Yeah. He always has like garb on and a stick. And I guarantee you Disney borrowed from like what they think voodoo is.
You think so?
To make Rafiki.
I don't know.
Because he's African. They're African.
He got like little bells on the end, whatever that thing is on the end of his stick.
Yeah.
He's like an old man.
He cracks the sauce open and the tomatoes and shit, and
you get the paint, whatever it is.
Paint. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro.
I get that.
So, and we just do that in movies.
Yeah.
Like, give him a beard, throw some dust in the beard.
Yeah.
Put some paint on his face, make him ashy.
Yeah.
Put him in a loincloth. He's a voodoo person.
Black. Hit you with the stick. Say something crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
That's a cold world out here, bro. And all that shit is programming. All that shit, you see that shit is like, yeah, man, like, look what they think of us. Is this what we're like? I don't know. Well, I know, and guess what it is? It all derives back to nationalism. And it goes, well, I'm not Haitian, I'm black.
Yeah.
I'm not African, I'm black. Don't be lumping me in with them. I don't ride around on cheetahs. Black people start saying the most crazy racist shit when I was growing up, bro. All in the name of like being I'm American.
Yeah.
And all that shit comes from the
you see
media
other people do it too. That don't want to be
of course
categorized as black.
Yes.
Hey man, I'm from wherever. Sure.
I know black.
Whatever makes you feel good,
black.
man. Sure.
I'm Dominican. I know black. So nobody wants to be nobody.
Nobody wants to be black, man.
Nobody wants to be any version of black. It's all the Spider-Man meme, but very negative. Like, bless. It's just cold, man. And all of this shit comes from the media that gets fed into us willingly and unwillingly. Shit is sad, bro. They made us hate ourselves. Then Black Panther come out, everybody want to, you know what I'm saying?
Everybody want to be black.
Nah.
You can't get you can't pick and choose.
When
Don't pick and choose now.
Very clear in letting me know that you were Native American.
Man, that shit was everywhere. Man. My goodness gracious. People's doing that as like their handshake now.
Nah, bro.
on.
Now it's cool to be black, huh? So practitioners of voodoo, like real authentic VODOU voodoo, see it as a comprehensive life path that involves community, spiritual growth, and healing practices. And to me, again, sounds like a church. So, you know, I'm not here to try to absolve this religion of its stigma, but I do want to make it clear when I say this sounds like a institution no different than church to me. Dancing, connecting with spirits, healing, spiritual growth and development. This is a church. All that cauldrons and bones and all that shit, that's media. American media propaganda. Voodoo is commercialized particularly in places like New Orleans, where it is marketed to tourists as an exotic and mystery practice. So when you talk about like The Princess and the Frog, a movie that I thought was racist when I saw it, and then I had to learn more about New Orleans.
Yeah.
But then when you learn more about New Orleans and then you learn more about this and you go, okay, well, it seems like voodoo that's not really how they get down. So even you being like, well, that's why she practices voodoo kind of in the Disney movie is because she's from New Orleans and that's why they talk like that. And I go, okay, well, it seems like the idea of voodoo that we have in our heads is made up by white mainstream media. And so again, it to me still feels kind of racist.
Why did you make all the characters like Haitian or like Jamaican?
Because the cultural that I now that's why I'm saying I got
a lobster having
that's
a Jamaican.
I don't know what's the ocean? I don't know. He might have migrated from the Caribbean island. I don't
sure. I just don't get it, man.
Well, you need a magical Negro character in every movie to help along.
But it's so blatant and it's obvious though. It's like, okay, the lobster is like Jamaican, and like what's the movie? The fish had like dreads. What's that movie?
Oh, in Shark Tale.
Shark Tale.
The jellyfish.
Yeah, jellyfish. Had like, that was his dreads.
Yeah,
it's like
it's comedic relief. What's funnier than a Jamaican accent? You never seen Snow Dogs?
No.
The Baja Men made a bunch of money off that movie. There's something about making fun of Jamaican people. American people love it. Come down to the island's mine. He's like, yeah, hell yeah, man. Hilarious. Don't let you start banging one of those drums, one of those big pans.
Wing, wing. Yeah.
Man,
Turn up.
Talk about a good time. And meanwhile, when we went to Jamaica, you could tell everybody was like, man, let's just try to get as much money as we can from these white people.
Oh, yeah.
He's like,
that's
hey, welcome home, man. They can't wait for you to go home, get the fuck out of here so they can go back to their house and go take a nap.
They come in and try to get you some off-brand knockoff shit.
Yeah.
You spend your money.
Like, Jamaica's so magical. Everybody's friendly. They hate you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy, man.
But yeah, I've never been to New Orleans.
You never been to New Orleans?
No, I've never been to New Orleans. I'm more down to go now, but there was a point in my life where I was like, nah, bro, I don't really like voodoo and spirits and ghosts and shit like that, so I don't think I would enjoy New Orleans. And now as I've gotten older, I'm like, sounds like great food, great music. I don't know what I wouldn't love about New Orleans. But at a point in my life, I was like, nah, see, I don't really get down with all that evil spirit shit. I just threw that on the whole city.
Yeah.
So voodoo, say it again.
So you fell for it, huh?
I fell for it, bro. I done fell for a lot of stuff that I'm trying to deprogram myself out of as I get older, you know, but you don't know what you don't know. Voodoo, as in the authentic voodoo, is recognized as a religion with deep historical roots and spiritual practices, while voodoo, the American idea of it, can be seen as a cultural appropriation that sometimes distorts and sensationalizes these beliefs. Now, let's get to Dana Jackson. So, Dana Jackson joined a group called, again, I'm sorry, Societe Nago, and planned with them to go on a Haiti retreat. So she got so deep and involved in a religion that she decided to make a trek, much like a practicing Muslim might want to go to Mecca, or much like a Orthodox Jewish person might go to Israel. Everybody has their spiritual hubs or their
Sure.
spiritual journeys that they go on to try to connect deeper with their faith.
Yeah.
According to her son, these weren't strangers that she went down there to Haiti with. These were people that she had built up a relationship with on social media platforms. So she was in some some voodoo Facebook groups.
Yeah.
Connecting with people. The trip was supposed to go from July 1st, 2024 to July 26th, 2024. So a few
Damn.
weeks. That's a
That was
few
whole
weeks.
damn month.
That's a few week vacation. Miss Dana Jackson aspired to be a Mambo priestess. So I guess that's almost like becoming ordained or becoming a minister or like anything else. I have friends that go online and become ministers in 15 minutes and then they can go and officiate a wedding. But it's supposed to be something spiritual. But now you can just sign a piece of paper and become touched by God or whatever to
Nice little side hustle.
nice little side hustle.
You can pay for that?
Yeah, if you charge, if you're fun, you give a good word, you could be like what do they call it? What is it? An officiator?
Mm-hmm.
But they might have some kind of like, I'm the musical officiator. I sing your vows. And then
I'm a DJ.
I'm a DJ and the officiator. I go straight from in front of y'all to the DJ booth.
It's a joke then. That's a joke.
Well, some people find it fun.
I'm taking it serious.
No, it's definitely not. Anybody that's an officiator. I don't have the word. I'm sorry. An officiator.
I don't know.
Anybody that officiates weddings. I don't fucking whatever. Anybody that officiates weddings and like has a theme. The people who hire you don't give a fuck about tradition. They're not getting married in a church. Probably they're probably in the backyard or at some kind of venue, and it's like, yeah, whatever, man. We're just like doing the thing.
Yeah,
we're not like we don't care to like tie a knot or step on some glass or jump over a broom. We don't care. We just got to do this part because so we can get to the party. So we hired a guy to come up here. He's dressed like Elvis, and he's gonna say that we're married, and then we go to the party.
An Elvis themed officiator. That's his thing.
Yeah, and not in Vegas.
Not
because in Vegas they're all
That's
like that.
wild.
But now I do it outside of Vegas. That's why I can charge more money.
Why does it have to be Elvis?
Because Elvis loved Vegas.
But okay.
You mean why does all of them in Vegas do that?
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't get the.
It's just
I just don't get it.
Why do people have people poking dolls with needles in Haitian voodoo religion? It's all propaganda, bro. I can't even.
I just don't understand why is it.
I lived in Vegas. I have family in Vegas my whole life. You just asked me a question I cannot answer. The only answer I have is Elvis used to perform in Vegas.
I get that, but what is him officiating a wedding? Why is
maybe he did that in a movie or something? I don't even have the answer for you. That's the crazy part. I'm just like, yeah, that's just what you do in Vegas. You get married in front of a guy dressed like Elvis. That's propaganda, bro. That's programming. Crazy. People are like, some people dream to do that. Some people are like, it'd be so fun and like ironic and kitschy to like go get married in Vegas in front of an Elvis officiator.
I don't get it.
I don't know how to say the.
I just don't get it. But okay.
Yeah.
Somebody have to educate me on that one. I don't know.
Somebody send us the history of Elvis
officiate somebody's a famous celebrity's wedding at one point.
Yeah,
like,
maybe that's the history of it or something.
What's the deal here? I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know, but somebody will tell us.
Why not get like Michael Jackson then to officiate your wedding? Why not Michael Jackson?
I'm sure that exists too.
Okay, I'm down with that.
Dearly beloved, we're gathered here today. We are. We've gathered here. We are. So Dana wanted to become a Mambo priestess, which is a female ritual specialist. Like her male counterpart, the Ungan, she performs ceremonies, initiations, healings, and divinations.
I don't know what that is.
Manbos and Ungans are called into power via spirit possession or the revelations in a dream. Now, this is starting to sound like they might have went down there and did some ayahuasca, but I don't know for sure.
It's starting to sound like what we know as voodoo here. That's what it's starting to sound like.
It took a turn. I'm like, no, this is like a solid thing. And it's like, yeah, so she went down there. She started trying to touch spirits and become possessed by the devil.
Yeah.
But again, these are all terms that we're using. These are our brain.
Right.
Like, possession is only what we know of it in terms of like evil Catholic movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, like possessed by the devil.
Right.
But anyway, I get what you're saying though, because it's like this shit is starting to sound like, I don't know if we can categorize things as good or bad, but I definitely don't want to be possessed. And Anyway, I'm not here to judge. So she went down there. She's trying to become a manbo. And so she starts trying to go through the process of that, which sounds kind of intense. They become qualified after completing several initiation rituals and technical training exercises where they learn the voodoo practice, where they learn the voodoo spirits by their name, attributes, and symbols. So the first step in initiations is lave tet, which is the head washing, which is aimed at the spirits housed in an individual's head. The second step is known as kush, or to lie down, which is when the initiate enters a period of seclusion. So you isolate yourself, solitary confinement, if you will. The final step is the possession of the ason, or the sacred rattle, which enables the mambos or ugans to begin their work. So in order to become this, you need to be possessed by something.
Gotcha.
And once you're possessed with that, now you're like ordained. You're official. But again, bro, I watched, I didn't finish it because it's long as fuck, but I started watching Enclave or Conclave. Conclave. It's a movie about the Pope dying and how they pick a new Pope.
Mm-hmm.
And they do a lot of weird ceremonial shit.
It's one person or like
Rome.
multiple.
It's like a bunch of Catholic priests and stuff. They have to get together and basically vote for who's going to be the new Pope.
Gotcha.
And it's all this. They have all this garb and shit. It's bro. Religion is weird. Like everybody just makes. See, we just see Joel Osteen go on TV. But when you talk about fundamental Catholicism, it's a bunch of symbols and demons on the stained glass and weird archways and books that are in Latin and a lot of shit like that. So when you say this shit started to take a turn, I bet when you want to go become a Catholic priest, like become official, like go do all the sacred shit, I bet you do a lot of shit that people would think is weird. But when we think of Christianity, we think of the sanitized like suit, Creflo Dollar, Joel Osteen, TD Jakes, and all the preaching and the gospel, in the pulpit preachers and all that stuff, where this shit is very ritualistic. Most religions are very ritualistic and have all kind of ceremonies and relics and all kind of weird shit.
Yeah.
So during part of the voodoo ceremony, Timothy, her son, expected not to hear from his mom, the part that we talked about, the second step, which was the kush, the lie down, where you go into solitary confinement. So his mom had already informed him, like, hey, I'm going to be incognito for a little bit. I'm going to be unreachable. You're not going to be able to get in contact with me. And he understood that. His mom sent him a message on July 13th and stated that she would talk to him on the 21st and that she was going to church tomorrow. So she's like, I'm going to be gone for a week. I gotta go finish the second step. I got to go on this journey, the spiritual journey.
Yeah.
When the 21st arrived, he messaged his mom on WhatsApp, but never heard back from her. At around 5 p.m. on July 22nd, Timothy Jackson was contacted by his grandmother, breaking the news to him that his mother had died.
What?
Yeah.
Did she get sacrificed?
I don't think so, but we will. In order to confirm his mother's passing, he reached out to one of the leaders in the group, like the Facebook group that went to Haiti with his mom. He claimed the first thing that they asked him was, how much did he know?
Okay.
Before we tell you a lie, let's see what you know.
Yeah.
Before we start telling you this lie that we came up with.
Yeah.
So that's not a good sign.
You better tell me how I come over there.
Don't ask me like, well, what'd you hear? When I'm like, yo, what happened? Well, what did you hear?
What did you hear?
Yeah.
What do you know first?
Yeah, you go first. Tell me all the stuff you know.
Yeah.
So I can work around.
Dance around it.
So his initial thought was that his mom went down to Haiti. They did this last piece of the ceremony, and then something sinister happened. The person he spoke with told him that his mom had gotten extremely sick during the ceremony. I bet they were down there doing ayahuasca and shit, bro. Weird hallucinogenic drugs that make you vomit and have all kind of secretions, and then hallucinate and see visions and shit. But they said she got sick during the ceremony. They said that she kind of fainted, and when she gained consciousness, She didn't know where she was. She stated to them that she was in Virginia. However, the family hadn't lived in Virginia in over a year, and she was in Haiti. So she was out of it. They eventually brought her to the hospital. At the hospital, she started to have seizures, and they said that she had a heart attack and a stroke. So her body was just going through it.
Yeah.
And it makes you, it makes you kind of scared when we're talking about all this stuff, because it's like possession and all of these things. And you go, if you buy into that, you go, it seems like her body rejected the possession. If you buy into that. The initial story, Timothy said, was that they said that his mom didn't bring her medication.
Okay.
And he said that was a red flag because he didn't know what medication they were talking about.
Right.
He believes they were trying to perpetuate a story.
I agree.
Timothy received his mother's death certificate, and there were additional red flags.
What?
Yeah. The certificate was messy and missing information,
Oh my goodness.
like the official cause of death.
A bullshit death certificate?
Yeah.
Fake?
Written in pencil.
It's like on white paper and shit?
Yeah, it's just a note. It's got lines.
It's all cut, all fucked up.
Also, he noticed some things didn't add up on the timeline and learned that his mother's body had been moved around the island 3 times and was unaware of where her body was. Now,
That's what I'm saying. Like, he get a certificate but hasn't seen the body?
No, because she's in Haiti still.
Yeah, but
So
you
he
don't
got
just...
the certificate before he got her body shipped back.
Is that how that works?
No.
I was about to say, you have, everything you have to plan and stuff and get the... Like,
You're
what?
supposed to like go over.
That's what I mean, though. Like, he got a certificate. That's why I'm like, what? Like, he hasn't seen his mom's body, but he has a death certificate?
Yeah.
How the hell does that work?
Also, the crazy part here about them moving her body around the island allegedly is like,
I don't believe
if this being voodoo, it's like, were they trying to do natural remedies to try to bring her back to life? Like they tried some shit before they took her to the hospital? You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
That body is ashes, bro.
Yeah, man. I don't want to say desecrated because she was with people who believe in the religion that she's a part of. So I have to hope that whatever they were doing, they thought it was best for her and her spirit.
How much do you believe that? I don't give a fuck how many times. These people were strangers, bro.
Here's the part that I'm missing where I can't answer that question. How much did the retreat cost? Because if she paid to go and it went wrong, they have a vested interest in burying this so they can continue to get people to come out for the Haiti retreat. The voodoo retreat. But if this was really like from a place of love and from this Facebook group and it didn't cost a lot of money, she just had to buy her plane ticket to get over there and some shit went wrong, then I have no reason to believe that this religion that she committed herself to for 4 years wouldn't do what they thought was in the best interest of her through her ideological wishes.
I don't know.
Does that make sense?
This sounds like a training camp to me, which I will believe has something to do with some type of invested money.
Uh-huh.
She had to go over there and stay like for a whole month.
Yeah.
This seems like a retreat.
Mm-hmm.
That was like some type of resort.
And you come back ordained.
Yeah, it's like this sounds like some type of training. Or like you got to pay for this.
That is what it is. That is what it is.
Yeah. Sounds like she's going to like get certain statuses in this, you know,
in this religion.
Then this sounds like you paid to kind of get this.
Well, let me ask you this, because I don't know the answer to it. What if I told you that to become a Catholic priest was free? And you just have to renounce women and life and all that stuff, and you have to go live in church.
That sounds more realistic, though. That sounds like that's a genuine type of process of becoming a priest, where it's like this is something you actually want to learn. You're actually invested in, where it's free.
But I don't know.
I think it's more skeptical to me. Skeptical. How you say that word? Skeptical to me when there's money involved. It's like I gotta pay for this.
But let me just be clear. I don't know if she had to pay to go to this, and I don't know if you have to pay to become a Catholic priest. I don't know money wise. But I'm just saying. You see how when I said it might be free, that might be a little bit of internalized racism. I just caught you on, my boy. Because you were cool to be like, no, nobody died. But let's say somebody died.
Okay.
Trying to become a Catholic priest.
Right.
They go, he had a heart attack. Shit was too strenuous, whatever.
And it was free?
It was free, and he was trying to become a Catholic priest.
Okay.
I think that because you have an image of what a Catholic priest, you don't know what a Oomba is. Right? But because you know
I'm confused. What did you catch me on?
I'm saying because you know what a Catholic priest is, I go,
okay.
Well, what if I flipped all this and said that she went to become a priest, and you went, Well, that sounds more reasonable and realistic. Like that's
No, I said it sounds more reasonable if it was free.
of even this, if this was free.
Either, if it was, yes, both. If it was free, that's why I said it sounds more reasonable. It sounds more real and legitimate.
Okay.
Paying for either one of them, like,
Got it.
that sounds more scammy to me.
Got you.
Because I'm paying you to teach me. It's like, nah, this doesn't. I don't know about this.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Understood.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Nah, if it was free, I'm like, either one of these. They did something with this.
You would
woman's
understand it as a tragedy more if it was free.
If it was free, it was just it probably was an accident.
And you wouldn't
Something
think
happened.
they had. Thank you. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's what I was. Okay.
Yeah.
But if she paid, that's what I was saying too. If she paid, it does sound like, of course, they would try to cover this up and get weird because they don't want to affect the bottom dollar when they try to have the next batch of people come out.
Yes. Also, where is this taking place?
In Haiti.
This retreat in Haiti.
In Haiti.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, if there's money involved, I think it's something messy.
Okay. So, in summation, with all those red flags, the exact circumstances of Dana Jackson's death still remain unclear. I also do not know if his mother's body was ever returned to the States.
That's insane.
Because it's 2024 that this happened, and
that's what I mean. They're from here.
They're from here.
Okay, that's what I was trying to. That's what I was trying to think. Okay, got you. Yes, that sounds way more scary.
They were living in Virginia, but they had moved about a year prior to her going on this retreat. So I don't know where they moved to, but they were from around here, kind of like the DMV area.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Yeah, that sounds messy.
Now the part about the thing is when they go, we think she just didn't take her medicine, and so she had a bad reaction, and then her child is like, "What medicine?" So that sounds like a fabricated story that starts to fall apart when you ask questions. Because you go, she had a heart attack and a stroke. She has high blood pressure, and so she didn't take her diabetes medicine. And then the son goes, she didn't have diabetes. What are you talking about? She didn't have diabetes. And then it's like, well, she just died. No, we don't know the answers. But here's a death certificate. A cause of death
and
unknown.
This was somebody who went on a trip with her from the Facebook group?
No, Timothy's her son.
No.
Oh, who
that told him this story.
He reached out to somebody that went on the trip with her.
Well, she didn't get sick.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think his mom had a bad. His mom was. His mom was in her 50s.
Yeah.
I don't know her health status, but this is not unusual to me to think that if you took somebody, they got this show on Fox called Special Forces, right? And if you took, I don't want to use anybody. If you took somebody that was out of shape, I don't want to use any. So I don't want to attack anybody. If you took somebody that was out of shape, like severely out of shape, and put them on that show compared to like a person who's like in average shape, and the strenuous conditions in which they put them in, they have them jumping off bridges and getting maced and all type of shit.
Your body can't.
If one of them had a heart attack, and by one of them I mean the person who came into it out of shape, not in the best health condition. The conditions that they're putting them through are tough, but they might not necessarily be life threatening,
unless somebody who's a regular average person.
Exactly.
I get that.
So I don't know Dana Jackson's health status, but it's fully possible that the strenuous toll that these 3 trials that you have to go through to become an Umba took a toll on her that they didn't take on everybody else. And I'm sorry, Mamba. An Ungan is a male priest. She wanted to become a Manbo. So to become a Manbo, you have to go through these three trials. And there's other people there from her Facebook group that are there trying to become Mambas and Ungans too.
Right.
But
again,
it might hit her hard.
Who are strangers.
Well, they talk to each other on Facebook.
I get that.
There are people that come up to us, friend, that we don't know that listen to this podcast.
And they're strangers. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, but like there's some sort of like camaraderie as a base.
Come on.
It's a level up from stranger. No?
Did you say stranger?
It's a
Are
level
these people strangers? If we don't know these people, obviously if we talk, sure.
Mm-hmm.
There's some, I don't know, we've talked over social media, but come on, we don't, stop it, bro.
Yes.
These people are strangers.
Yes.
And the way she talked back to the lady's son, that sounds like there is no type of emotion, nothing. Like there's no emotional attachment to what happened or anything. If they were friends, hey, what do you know what happened to your mom?
What do you know?
Oh, well, look, she just had a bad reaction. She didn't take her medicine. Oh, they're going to send the death. Like, what? If these was friends, let's figure out what the hell happened or something like that.
Let's get you the full report.
Or an honest, or to tell me what the fuck happened.
Mm-hmm.
Other than it being, oh, she just had a bad reaction or she got sick or something. No, man.
That's
I'm not.
Fair.
No.
That's fair.
No. You don't go over there. We don't go over there.
Like you don't treat
man. We don't go over there and somebody end up dying, and then you just come back and don't say stuff until the sun hits you up? Man,
That's what happened to that girl that died in Mexico.
What girl?
Remember the girl that they like beat her up?
Oh yeah, in that fight. Yeah,
and
man.
They all just came back from the trip.
Came back, ain't say shit. No, man, you don't do that.
This is very kind of similar to that.
You come back, you go, well, I don't know, maybe I'm just using this for an example where you like, I don't know, something that I don't know what the trainers, I don't know what term you would use to somebody who's teaching you this, but like it was something that he did that he didn't do with somebody else.
Right.
I didn't agree with. And
I noticed.
Yeah, like something, man. It's just not. It can't be just that black and white.
Yeah, she just died.
She just got sick.
I don't know.
No, I'm not. I
finished my training and I came back home.
Yeah, I ain't buying that story. No, ain't no way.
Shanquella Robinson was that young lady's name.
Right.
The footage came out. They were doing like fight clubs and shit. They were trying to fight each other in the thing, and then they all just came home.
Like nothing happened.
Mm-hmm.
Hell no.
They're like, what do you mean she died? They're like, yeah, she died, and what are we gonna bring her back on the plane? It was mad cold.
They started fucking leaving the city and shit. No, no, man, you don't do that. If you gonna call that person a friend, you do not. No, ain't no way, man.
And
how you go to sleep with something like that?
You're like spiritual.
This is this was an experience you guys had.
Mm-hmm.
No, man, fuck that. I ain't buying that shit.
Yeah, this is the kind of journey, like from what I've heard. I've never done ayahuasca or any of those kind of drugs, but like from everything I've heard, the person that you go on one of those trips with and you guys purge yourselves and you hallucinate and all this shit, they form a bond. Like they hug each other.
Yeah.
Like, we went through something hellish together. And it's like, nah, man, it's like, what happened to my mom? What'd you hear? Like
what?
To that to even be one of the questions you ask, it's like your friend Dana. My mom and your friend Dana, she died on that trip. It's like, oh yeah, Dana. Well, what'd they tell you?
No. I'm coming to find you.
Yeah, unacceptable.
The first thing you say is, oh, what?
Yeah.
What kind of response is that?
I'm going full Liam Neeson on that. I'm going full Liam Neeson's on that.
Oh man, these people were strangers, man. I don't go for how much they talked on Facebook. No, they were strangers. That's a stranger that come back and don't care.
Yeah.
No, I'm not buying that one. Can't just be throwing around friends all loosely like that. I ain't agree with that.
Because her death remains a mystery. It's like we don't even have any full details of like, did she die? And was she in one of the solitude moments? Like, was nobody around when she died, or was there people around that saw her have a heart attack and a stroke and can't even describe that? What was she doing?
Exactly.
Was she drinking something? Was she?
You were there.
Yeah.
Better make me mad. Shit. You were there. You can't tell me nothing that happened.
Circumstances that led up to. Was she eating? You know what I'm saying?
Crazy,
like,
bro.
What happened? This is an allergic reaction. Maybe she went into anaphylaxis. Y'all don't know nothing. Maybe she never had a Haitian papaya before. Y'all don't have any answers for her son?
Yeah. Maybe the instructor, whatever, he turned it up a little bit for her for some reason. I don't know. He did a little extra on on the when she was in Solidarity.
He might have performed a Code Red. Y'all never seen A Few Good Men? Might have performed a Code Red on her. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to do that. So we don't know what happened. We'll never really have the full story, and that's a tragedy because to me, Dana Jackson was somebody that's, listen, we're all out here just looking for answers in life, man. She was pursuing voodoo, however you say it the right way. She felt like she connected to this thing and she wanted to pursue it in a way that would fulfill her spirit. And I resonate with that because we're all just kind of looking for like, why are we here? And it sounds like she was on that kind of journey, and in the pursuit of that journey, her life was ended.
Right. And you can't use that as her getting into whatever for an excuse or to justify, her death being like, well, because that's what, I mean, like, if I heard this story and I didn't know anything about you educating me on voodoo,
you would have been like, they ate her.
I would have gone like, see, I don't know. That's why voodoo, I don't fuck with it.
Yeah, you'd have said some
shit
crazy
happens.
You'd have said some
crazy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's nuts, man.
Yeah.
She went over there for this experience and to end up like that and people come back and not say anything. No. Something went down. And whoever that lady was or her friend or whatever, she'd be like, oh.
Yeah.
I don't know anything. I'm leaving Facebook group because I don't want nobody messaging me. I don't want nobody messaging me about
I deleted my Facebook.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Rest in peace to her because that's crazy. To go over there and just, and then the son don't know where his mom, like, I don't even know how you can't, that's something you got to live with and try to wrap your head around every day and questioning yourself about, nah, man, I don't even know how he would continue living his life like that. You don't know where your mom is?
Yeah. You send a family.
And I got a death certificate and a piece of paper. What the fuck am I supposed to do with this?
A shoddy death certificate that is full of holes and questions and weird. You're just not even
ain't filled out right. Nothing.
Yeah,
Shit's missing.
It's not even clarity in this.
This ain't even her name.
Yeah, shit is wild, and you can't even get into the implications of like I don't know Dana Jackson's status of like how her life was set up, but an insurance company might look at a shoddy death certificate like that and go, no, we can't pay you out. Not that is
any excuse
important, but I'm just saying like that becomes a part of it.
Yes.
You go, you don't have her body. This death certificate is not filled out right. We can't accept this.
Oh,
so whatever infrastructure or things that she had in place for her life might not go the way they're supposed to go because the shit was handled weird. So that's all things to think about. But yeah, rest in peace to Dana Jackson. Prayers to her son and her family. And rest in peace to Shanquilla Robinson, man, because I remember that story. That story really kind of came and went. I still don't really know what happened. We might need to dive into that again. I don't know if we did or not. It's been some time. But I don't think we talked about it when it happened, when it was circulating in the news. But I don't think we ever went into detail about it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, they really left her down there, bro. She died.
That's crazy,
it's like 7 people on that trip.
How do you even... You're a nasty person.
Yo, if we go somewhere together, we're coming back together, bro. That's crazy. I don't understand.
Friend of a friend, it doesn't even matter, man. If it was me, you, Les, JJ, and one of Les friends and one of JJ other friends, like, bro, we all together, bro. There's no way I could leave and go like, man, I didn't really know that dude.
They'll find a way.
I can't. I'm just not that type of person. I found a wallet. You know how much of a good person is? I found a wallet yesterday on the ground. I was at work, full of money, bank card. And I picked it up, saw the ID because I thought maybe the address where I was at.
Uh-huh.
I said, nope, threw that shit right back in the ground. I was like, I don't.
Wait, what?
Well, the address didn't match.
You can steal it.
But the address didn't match where I was at. So if it was, I'd have went knocked to the door. Hey, you dropped. But I'm like,
that might not be his wallet.
This might not be their wallet. But the address on the ID didn't match where I was at. It's somebody that he lives in another fucking county somewhere.
Oh, okay.
I took the wallet and put it in there's mailboxes and there's a tray. So I just sat on the tray.
Okay.
And went about my business. Yeah. For one, I'm not desperate for money that I need to do something like that.
For sure.
And it's like, I don't want nobody.
That's a karma moment.
Yeah, man. I can't have that on my conscience, man. And plus, I don't want nobody. Somebody could have saw me.
You could have been on bait wallet.
No, I said, went about my business.
You know that show where it's like, what would you do or whatever that thing is? You might have been, you could have been on that show. Yeah. Where you pick the wallet up and then all of a sudden that Hispanic man comes out from behind the van with the suit on, so why did you take the wallet?
Yeah.
I love those videos.
Yeah,
man, I love those.
If it was just money, I would have picked it up and I'd have stepped on it and then I'd put it in my pocket.
Oh, if it was money on the ground?
Yeah, it was just money. I'd have did my little trick, step on it, and that like ain't. Or I usually walk past it, and if I know I'm coming back, I'll grab it then. But like, but if it was a bank card, ID, I'm like, bro, this is somebody's shit. I wouldn't be able to leave work and go like, I done took somebody's shit. I felt dirty, bro.
Got the whole life.
I just don't. Yeah, it fucks me up. That's just the kind of person I am. I can't. I wouldn't be able to. I'd have got over it if I'd have did it, but like, for a couple of days, I'd have been like, damn, I really did that. Desperate. Yeah. So nah.
Man, listen, man.
I can't. We can't go on no trip and then somebody. Nah, man.
Somebody don't come back. That. And I can't even tell you how I'm going to the hospital. I now feel like a steward of that person's family.
Yeah.
Like I'm a representative. Like, man, I didn't have anything to do with it. We go on a trip. A friend of a friend passes away. I'm making sure whatever I got his phone, I'm calling his family, whatever y'all need, I'm here.
Yeah.
I will be the go-between to make sure that I don't just leave and you guys don't have an answer that you need.
Yeah.
For me to just be crazy, like, man, well, my flight's tomorrow, so he's dead? All right, well, y'all figure that out. I don't really know anything about where he's from or anything, so.
I can't. That's not in me to do something like that, bro. I just can't. That will fuck me up.
Yeah.
I would feel like a terrible person to do something just like, I don't know. It ain't my friend.
And then when the shit comes back on you too, when the shit, when people start calling your phone, you're like, you can't see. It's one thing when you got to justify your actions. It's way different than your actions.
Yeah.
So you go, well, shit, my flight's tomorrow. You leave, and then a week later, somebody from their family calls you and is like, so they died in your Airbnb, and then you just left. You go,
yeah, because you're gonna get questioned. Everybody's gonna get questioned.
Exactly. And then you got to really sit there and really have that shit come out of your mouth, like, well, I didn't really know your son, so you left him there and just didn't ask any questions?
Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, I guess I did do that. You really
People
feel
just-
like a piece of shit. Like,
Yeah.
sorry. My son is still down there and they don't know what happened to him. Da-da-da-da-da. You're like, yeah, I guess that is kind of messed up when you put it that way. There's no way to put it. It's just messed up.
It's messed up, man. If you get
manipulating the shit,
somebody gets sick and you're like, oh well, he's gonna get better. Okay, cool. I feel bad. I know he's gonna progress and become better. I can go home.
Right? No,
somebody dies.
Yeah,
that's
he's dead right now.
You're a
piece
nasty
of dirt, man. You just a piece of garbage. But nothing in life is. Y'all all came here together. So when y'all got here, y'all took a photo in front of the retreat. Yeah. Haiti Voodoo Retreat 2024. And then just was like, I don't even know her like that. So
that's crazy.
I gotta go.
That's crazy. I can't be around y'all. That's wild. Yeah. Rest in peace to them, man. Because something that's fucked up, man.
Super fucked
up. We've read a lot of stories like that where it's like it could be a retreat, it could be a trip, it could be a sleepover, whatever. Nobody don't know nothing.
Insane.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, she just went in another room and just died.
She fell
by herself.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What was her name? Right now, I said it. I got to bring her name up because this shit done made me hot. People just really just be like, I don't know what happened. You don't know nothing, huh?
Yeah, we were all asleep when she died. Tamala Horsford. We did talk about that.
Horsford.
Yeah, Tamala Horsford, man. Another one was like, yeah, she just died. I don't know.
Yeah.
So none of y'all saw nothing. No, it was like 2:00 in the morning. We all were asleep, and she slept on her own at a sleepover.
Yeah, man.
Found her in the backyard. I guess she fell off the
man.
balcony, and then she just died. She was in the balcony in the middle of the night by herself smoking a cigarette. And then she just fell off the balcony. You know how you slip and fall off a balcony in Georgia?
I don't.
No snow, no ice. You slip.
No ice. I don't know what
slip, fall on your neck.
Yeah,
no, this shit's crazy.
Rest in peace to all of them, man.
But it's crazy. It goes to show you how quick you really know somebody is not your friend when it's like, now you talk to my lawyer. For me, I know we talk about it all the time, like don't talk to the police and all this type of shit. If I really feel like I didn't do anything wrong, and I go, she died?
Yeah.
I have no problem going on CNN. This is one of the biggest stories in the nation. I didn't see one of those people. I could be wrong. I didn't see one of those people from the Tamala Horsford situation come on the news and be like, Tamala was my friend. Nope. I don't know what happened. I was there asleep, and I don't know. I woke up and I was just as shocked as everybody else. Everybody, radio silence. You can talk to my lawyer. I don't have anything to say on the matter. She died. She was a friend, but we don't know. I don't know what happened to her. You die in my house? I'm coming out like, no, that shit affected my family. Like we had to move. Like,
yeah,
the spirit was crazy. I feel so terrible, but I don't know. I wish I knew what happened, but I don't know. Nothing.
Oh man, that's a different person right there.
For sure.
They just don't care
at all. Anyway, before we get out of here, friend, any recommendations? Anything recently you've been checking out?
I watched. What was the movie you recommended? Robot. What was
Wild Robot?
Wild Robot. We watched that.
Did it get you? Did it get you?
It didn't get me because I wasn't fully watching it.
Okay, fair. No, if you fully watch it, it'll get you.
I didn't fully watch it. I was in and out. The kids watched it. We watched Wicked. I didn't see that yet.
You did?
We watched that. It was good. We liked it.
I heard it was good.
We liked it.
I've been meaning to check it out.
I'm a Wizard of Oz guy though.
Right.
Old school.
You do love Wizard of Oz.
Yes, but it was good. It was cool.
Didn't you watch the James Franco one? Did you watch that? I don't know.
What's that?
They did like a weird Wizard of Oz a few years ago.
I saw the Oz and the Wizard of Oz. That's it. I ain't seen no
you
other
liked
ones.
Wonka.
Willy Wonka, yes.
Yeah, I'm Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yes.
Sorry, I was getting it mixed up. You were a big fan of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah, that's my shit.
Yeah.
But what else? That was it. Wicked. We liked Wicked. But I don't know what happened with Ariana Grande and the other talented lady.
Cynthia Erivo.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like the movie is sucking the life out of them.
So I just don't understand what. But she looks totally different. And I told Steph,
Ariana Grande or
no. I mean, both of them do.
Yeah.
But like the other lady, what's her name?
She's
again?
green. Cynthia Erivo.
Yes.
Yeah. It makes more sense for her to look different.
True. But it's just, I don't know.
Ariana Grande looks.
It was weird.
I don't want to judge her body in any kind of way, but yeah, I mean, she looks very like gaunt in the face.
Yeah.
It almost looks like the structure. I don't think she had any plastic surgery, but it looks like her face is so thinned out that it looks different than it did in 2017. But people age and things like that. But that's been a lot of people have been commentating on that, like that she looks like a drastically different person. And then even Cynthia Erivo outside of makeup looks very different as well.
Yeah, like even if she's green, I'm like, you can still see the structure of somebody's face and how they look. I'm like, they just look. I don't know, man. It just look
They might
different.
have been grinding for the sake of the art, like, you know.
Something. It was a good movie. I liked in the beginning of the movie when they throw these little things in the movies, because I know Marvel does it a lot.
Oh, like the little Easter eggs, the lines.
Yeah. When in the beginning they show they do like a flyover, and they show them walking on the Yellow Brick Road. Yeah, I thought that was cool.
It's gonna be a part. You know, it's gonna be a part 2, right?
Yeah. I thought that was cool. I thought that was cool.
That note.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
She hit that shit.
That was good. I'm still watching Abbott Elementary, man. I'm just
Great show.
still watching. I'm on like the second to last season, so I've been kind of rolling through that. I have some other things I want to get to, but I'm trying to take one. If I start bouncing around,
Yeah. Don't.
So I'm
get it all
going
done
through Abbott, and then I'll watch something else. I think the Severance is next. I think
Severance. We're about to start watching Severance in this house too.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here, man, listen. I mentioned at the top of the show, Paradise. Sterling K. Brown, James Marsden, I think is his name. This show is great. I can't even really describe it to you because it will give some stuff away. But basically, it's a guy who's on Secret Service detail for the president, and then the president gets killed, and then they got to try to figure out who killed the president.
Okay.
Like his right hand man. You know, they have that like right hand man.
Yeah.
Sterling K. Brown plays that, and then he goes into the president's house one day, secure lockdown, regular average night like you have, and he goes into the president's bedroom for it to start his day, and he's dead.
Mm-hmm. What?
And they got to try to figure out like who did this. We locked the whole house down every night. It's this
The White House?
No, he's not. He's like a former president. But they get their own secret detail too.
Got you. Okay.
So it's like every night, cameras all over the house. It's the most secure shit in the world. And then they do shifts. So he comes in the morning for his shift. He's the lead Secret Service member for the former president. Goes into his bedroom. He's mad dead.
Damn.
And then you got to try to figure out how does this happen.
Show.
It's a show. It's on Hulu.
Okay.
It's called Paradise. It's so good.
Is it?
Bro, the first episode, I would argue it's one of the best pilots I ever seen in my life. It's not graphic.
Oh.
It's one of the best pilots I ever seen in my life. Like, as far as when you watch something, you go, oh, I'm watching the second episode right now. Not every show does that. Sometimes you watch a pilot, you go, it was cool. I would watch this again. But when a pilot is like, no, turn the next one on right now.
Is it like some Jason Statham type shit? Or
Not yet.
Or some Keanu Reeves?
No, it's really all kind of, it's more intrigue and drama than like, they're not fighting and shit's not blowing up and all that type of shit. But I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. I wouldn't steer you wrong.
It's not like Shooter?
No, it's probably more like Severance. But if you're down to give Severance a chance, which is going to be a show where it's like people sitting around talking and weird shit might happen, but it's not going to be like nobody's getting up doing a 8-minute fight scene.
Yeah.
It's Adam, is the dude from Parks and Recreation. He's not going to be getting up kicking nobody's ass.
Yeah.
So if you're down to give Severance a chance, I would say might want to add Paradise to the list, bro. It was one of the best pilots I've ever seen. If you watch the first episode, I defy you to call me and be like, yo, I didn't even like it. I'm not gonna watch the second episode. It's not really for me.
The Paradise.
It's
called Paradise.
It's called Paradise.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out.
Highly recommend to everybody out there. Say, listen, folks, this has been another episode of Affirmative Murder. I was about to make a little announcement, but it's not time yet. So we're not gonna make the announcement yet. Other than, hey guys, we're going to London.
Yeah.
CrimeCon 2025 UK will be in London, isn't it? Having a nice bowl of mashed peas and hot pie, mashed peas and hot pie. So we're looking forward to that. If you are planning on going to the CrimeCon UK, use the promo code Affirmative to get a 10% discount on your ticket. That helps us greatly to get over there, get housed, and all that kind of stuff. Because it's not cheap to travel, but we want to get over there. We have a great listenership over there. That doesn't mean everybody's going to go to CrimeCon UK necessarily. So maybe we'll be around the area and
some places to go. So I want to see some nice little
or something. Yeah. You know? But super looking forward to that. I'm taking my boy out of the country. It's gonna be a great. It's gonna be a great trip. It's gonna be.
I've been out of the country before too, so
I'm just saying to Europe. Have you been?
I
to
don't
Europe?
want to be like I ain't never been out of the country before.
No, I know. Listen, I know you used to have a full on residency out there in Puerto Rico, Turks and Caicos. This is a nasty guy.
That's great.
Yeah, crazy what $100 can do in Colombia. But So we're gonna go. You've never been to Europe.
I've never been to Europe.
We're gonna go to Europe. It's gonna be a great time, and I'm super excited about that. But also, people continue to enjoy Trailer Trash on Patreon. There's a new episode up. 4 episodes available right now. Each one more funny than the next. If I'm going to try to be unbiased, I'm trying, but I can't. We're on there Jones and having a great time, cracking up. We're having a fantastic time. People heard my Ice-T impression for the first time over there. It's just a lot of wonderful things happening on the Patreon. Feel free to join if you would like to. And starting in February, you're going to hear your name at the top of one of these episodes when we start doing the shout outs again. So a lot of fun things coming in 2025. Thank you guys for sticking along for the journey. I've been Alvin Williams, joined as always by my partner in true crime, Fran and Alvin, and we'll see you guys next week.
Deuces.